Hbar holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Much love to you guys for showing tremendous amount of support on these updates. Let's get right in today's update. As of October 31st, it's just past midnight here in North America. Happy Halloween to everyone celebrating last day of the month of October. And again, yesterday we did see quite a bit of retracement across the board. Again, it's just past midnight, and you can really see that across the board right now. A lot of red, pretty much for the entire market. What's really going on? I did mention this in my Cardano update if you did end up watching it. If not, I got you covered on this update. So as far as HBAR price is concerned, we're down about 6%. Again, you could see across the board, we're seeing a similar, price action across the board. But again, I want you guys to look at it on a weekly time frame. HBAR is still one of the coins, one of the very few coins to be exact, that is up right now. And again, from ETF standpoint, for spot side of things, it is the only coin out of the three ETFs that did go live. HBAR is the only one that's up about 13.7%. So that is a good thing to point out as of now. So what's happening with the price right now? 19.3 cents. Not bad as far as the price is concerned. I'm going to share why I say that. And of course, on the Bitcoin side of things, we're down about 5% with the valuation 8.2 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about 561 million. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. Take a look at this. Canary Capital. The Canary HBAR ETF is seeing massive inflows. It now holds over 172 million HBAR. That's equivalent to 34 million, up 34x since launch a couple of days ago. And what's really crazy is the fact that it's just been 2 to 3 days and you're seeing these types of numbers. Very, very impressive. But now let's take a look at what's happening with the price, because I'm sure you guys all want to know what is really happening as of now. So as we know, dominance has been pretty much all over the place. We were literally sitting at 59.47% a few hours back. But after, the meeting that did end up happening yesterday, between Donald Trump and, the Chinese president, again, it was a good meeting. It was actually good, but market still reacted in a negative way. You could see for yourself, we saw the price of Bitcoin dropping below the 23.6. Again, we were pretty much at the neckline of the 23.6 yesterday during our update. We broke below it, retested $106,000, again, a support for us. And you can see, we have picked up back since then. My personal thoughts are market makers really stepped in, to shake out the weak hands, especially the leverage positions. And you can see for yourself, the price of Bitcoin is trying its best to get back into 23.6, and right now we're sitting at almost $110,000 Bitcoin. So again, we still have, pretty much an entire day, for everything to happen. But obviously the daily candle close happens much quicker than that. But we still have a lot of time for a lot that can still end up happening for Bitcoin. So again, we'll see what happens. But Bitcoin looks like, it's going to re-enter back into the 23.6. That's a good sign. As far as the dominance is concerned, still showing a lot of strength. Again, we want to see the dominance, pulling more down. But again, it's all over the place at this point, which of course is actually having a negative impact on a lot of altcoins. And you can clearly see that across the board. Because again, Bitcoin did go down to $106,000, but dominance went up with it. That is the main reason why you are seeing so much red across the board. But what's happening with HBAR right now? That's probably what you guys want to know. So HBAR's price, again, it's not an exception, right? That's one thing I want you guys to be well aware of. It's not an exception. Look, if the price of Bitcoin is going to go down the way it did and dominance is going to go up the way it did, you must understand that HBAR is going to react to it as well. But you could see for yourself, yesterday we did have this beautiful bounce after retesting the support at 19.2 cents. We went up to 21 cents. But of course, when Bitcoin sees this retracement, you're going to see, HBAR reacting to that. So HBAR price did retrace down about 9% since yesterday. You can see for yourself this kind of support around this line literally that I drew for you guys. That exact same line now is playing as a support for us. As you can see for yourself, we did see a wick up to almost 20 cents, but we got rejected because of course, 20 cents is a psychological price point for HBAR. But you need to understand, HBAR is showing crazy strength. Again, look at it from October 17th. Yes, we're seeing a retracement, but it's still up 24%. That's after factoring in this retracement that we are seeing right now across the board. Again, I'm starting to see the strength on HBAR side. But unfortunately, Bitcoin, if Bitcoin sees a shakeout, and this is why we talk about Bitcoin on a day to day basis, this is why I talk about Bitcoin. I know, some people call that boring, but this is why you want to be paying attention to Bitcoin and the dominance. These are key components, especially when it comes to technical analysis. And obviously, this kind of explains why we did see this retracement. But again, I'm sure you guys probably want to know now, Crypto ZX, is there a chance for the price of HBAR to push back into the 61.8? That's a 13% move. If Bitcoin has a great day today, Halloween, of course, if Bitcoin is able to push up to the $116,000 today, let's actually take a look at Bitcoin. And let me just give you guys a little bit of a realistic what's going on here. Let me see. Are Bitcoin charts not loading here? Hold on. Apologies on this. Bitcoin. There we have it, guys. So you can see for yourself, we were literally there just a few days back. Now, if you want to put this into perspective, we're pretty much in the 23.6. This is only a 5.88% move. And if the momentum is on our side, this can end up happening much quicker than a lot of people are realizing. So again, not writing it off. What I would love to see is the bare minimum for the price to remain within the 23.6, see the monthly close. And again, we might see HBAR push back up to 20.6 cents key resistance in the next few hours to come, because that's only about a 6.2% move. We were obviously above that just yesterday. Inflows are still very interesting. Again, I think that number is only going to get better and better as time goes by, because more institutional demand coming into digital assets. But again, you want to see the price closing above 20 cents for HBAR minimum, in my opinion, for today. But again, we got to take it one step at a time. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys personally think. Where do you see the price of HBAR going? And let me know in the comments, what is your overall, strategy? Are you in it for the long haul for HBAR? Are you a short-term holder? What's your overall horizon? That's what I'm pretty much trying to get at. Thank you so much for all the love, and we'll see you later in Crypto ZX and Peace.